Hello, good afternoon to all of you. I hope all of you are doing well. So in today's class, we're going to learn about collaboration and collaboration diagrams. So collaboration is a society of classes, interfaces and other elements that works together in order to deliver or provide some cooperative behavior. Okay, that is bigger than the behavior of the individual parts. Now, collaboration is a name given to a discrete chunk that encompasses both structural as well as behavioral aspect, and it specifies the realization of a use case because a use case. An execution of a use case basically refers to the execution of a scenario, right? So whenever you're executing a scenario, we need a set of collaborating objects. The collaborating objects will interact with each other and realize the scenario. So it specifies the realization of use case. Now, collaboration name should every collaboration should be given a name, right? So collaboration name should be a noun or a short noun phrase. Typically the first letter of the name should be in title case, because that's the way how we represent the collaborators, because collaborators are nothing but objects. So, as we have learned in the past, so the collaboration is capable of exhibiting both behavioral as well as structural aspect. So, it specifies classifiers or class such as class interface components and nodes that are required to interact in order to realize a particular business, and it's rendered using interaction diagram because it specifies the messages that are exchanged between the objects in order to accomplish a given purpose. So collaboration is capable of representing both structural as well as behavioral aspect of a given system, right? So that is what is represented in collaboration diagram. So collaboration diagram shows interaction between the various elements that are there in the model of a given system, right? Now the representation or the elements may be classifiers and association. So it may be classes or interfaces and the relationship between them. It may be instances of a class and links, so it may be objects and links. So collaboration diagram may be capable of representing the classes and the association, or objects and links, right? Okay, so it's a kind of interaction diagram. It's similar to that of sequence diagram. In case of sequence diagram is capable of representing only behavioral aspect purely, whereas collaboration diagram is capable of focusing both on structural as well as behavioral aspect. Okay, right? So it reveals both structural and behavioral aspect of the collaboration. So this is what we've learned. So it reveals the need for association in the class diagram, right? So let us try to understand the collaboration diagram with the help of an example. So here what we have is we have list of collaborators. We have librarian, we have member record, we have transaction, we have bill, and we have book. These are the collaborators. So now associated with each of the collaborators, what we have is we have their own set of attributes, right? Again, so here in case of collaboration diagram, we have the set of collaborators and we have the association. Now you see each and every collaborators are linked with each other, right? Okay, so this is the association. Now over collaboration, what we have is we have the exchange of messages that is taking place, and each and every message is sequenced with a sequence number, right? So this shows in which sequence the communication of the message takes place, and we have a direction associated with each of the message that shows the direction of information flow, right? So in case of a collaboration diagram, we have a set of collaborators and we have association between the collaborators, and we have the association links being used for communicating messages. There is a direction associated with each and every message, and there is a sequence number associated with each and every message, right? So let's try to understand what this particular collaboration diagram is capable of doing. So this particular collaboration diagram is capable of realizing a scenario of say for an example, a transaction that a user makes using a library management system, that is a submission of the book, right? Okay, so for an example, if a user comes in order to submit a book to the library management system, so just see just see these are the set of collaborators that are interacting with each other, and let us find out what is the sequence in which the collaboration takes place, and what are the messages that are being exchanged. So first, whenever a user wants to return a book, right? So the user will come to the librarian. So first the librarian will validate the member. So from the member record, the members will be validated, and then librarian, once the member is validated, the librarian will issue. So it will get the issue details. So it perform a transaction. It will get the issue details, Then once the librarian gets the issue details, so the librarian will check for the type of member, whether the member is a teacher or a member is a student. So in case if a member is a teacher, or in case if a member is a student, there might be different types of rules that may be associated with different types of users. So the librarian get the member type. Now once the librarian gets the member type, librarian will attempt to create a bill that will highlight the fine that the member has to pay related to the book that the member had issued and the member now wants to submit. So then the librarian calculates the fine, right? So once the fine is calculated, it will add the fine and the member detail to the bill, right? So once the fine is added to and member detail is added to the bill, the fine will be paid, and eventually what will happen is that the book status will be updated, right? So this is the sequence of interaction that takes place between various collaborators. So again, I'll repeat it. First, the librarian will verify the member record. Okay. Then the librarian perform a transaction of getting the issue detail. Then the librarian will check for what kind of member he is. Right. Okay. Once the type of member has been determined, then the librarian will try to generate a bill, right, where in the bill the librarian will calculate the fine, and along with the member detail, right, again the librarian will place the fine in the bill. The bill will be paid. So once the bill is paid, the book status will be updated. So this is the sequence of interaction that takes place between various collaborators whenever the librarian is trying to realize a scenario of receiving a book, right? Okay. So in today's class, what we learned about is we learned about what is collaboration. We learned about why it's important to give names to the collaboration. We learned about the structural and the behavioral aspect of collaboration. Then we moved on to collaboration diagram. We tried to understand what is a collaboration diagram, and we took an example of a scenario where we are trying to enable a librarian to receive a book that is being returned by the user, where librarian will calculate fine and eventually update the book status. So thank you very much. Have a good day.